Hello, this is Emily, Ianelli, and sometimes when I do videos, I am trying to be spontaneous, and I try to incorporate what I feel personally, and sometimes I think I emanate a lot of sadness. Um, I I think that my overall uh, manner comes across as sad and tragic. I don't want to have that kind of connection. I am trying to find a balance in my life, and I believe that most of us are. Uh, the, the there is a lot going on in my life, and I'm sure there's a lot going on in all of our lives. Everybody has their own uh, wishes and dreams and hopes and their challenges and their worries. We all go through struggles. We all go through fears and worries. As we get older, we are more concerned about things. I feel that we should, and I too, should look at life in a way where, in my case, that I look at things that will make me appreciate why I'm here. Um, Life is short, and I sometimes feel that I focus too much on things that make me sad and depressed. And I don't think it's healthy to always feel that way. I don't discount my illness, I don't discount my feelings, but I believe that at times we have to try to find our strength and to try to find a sense of uh, inner happiness. And we have to believe in ourselves. Not everything is going to go according to plan. Life has a way sometimes of disappointing us, but life also has a way of making us happy. And sometimes I take it for granted, the joys that I have in my life, the wonderful things I have in my life. Um, I know that I have a lot to be grateful for, and I know that I am truly happy. Uh, and not everything is challenge or heartache or disappointment, though I do have that also. But I want to look at life in a way that I can get through adversity. I can change the way things are. Life doesn't always have to be about worrying and being consumed and being depressed and feeling isolated. I am trying to do things that help me cope, and I think that's important. And I feel that if I stay healthy in my approach to life, that maybe it will help me get through the moments that are not so easy to deal with. I want to find a sense of peace in my life, and I think everyone wants to find that inner peace and happiness. You know, we all want to find joy. We all want to feel that things are going according to the way we hope they would. Um, I can only do so much, and I can only ask of people so much. I have to be strong willed. I have to feel comfortable with myself. I have to be at peace with myself. Life is complicated. Life has lots of struggle. I am trying my best to cope and to learn to survive and to do what I have to. I find joy and happiness in relationships, especially with my family and especially with my son. I miss my son because he's away at school in a special school for special needs children. So I don't see him that often. And I'm worried for his future. I'm worried for my own future. And I have family here from the Philippines, and I'm trying to accommodate them as best I can. And, you know, I have a lot of pressure, and I'm trying to do the best I can. And, you know, they have their own worries and concerns. And, you know, I can do what I can, but I can't do everything. And, you know, I'm also worried about trying to provide on my income from disability. I'm trying to make my mortgage payments every month like I've been doing for the past 12 years. And luckily I made 3 years in advance payment, so I have 15 years left on a 30-year mortgage, but that's a lot of stress. And I am worried that I'm going to be financially able to continue making those payments. And if I'm not, then there's going to be tough decisions that have to be made. And, you know, life is very uncertain. We don't know the future. And sometimes I worry about the future to a point where I can't even function. I'm so preoccupied with what's going to be next. And it's really hurting me. And I'm also coping with my transgender struggles and being bipolar and struggling with deep depression and trying to live with the facts that I came from pain in ways that sadly I lost my mom to depression and my dad to suicide. So I experienced emotional pain. I experienced sadness and heartache, and I struggle with insecurities and feelings that I'm not good enough, and feeling like I'm not able to find my way, and that I'm not pretty enough, and that I'm not worthy enough. And, you know, I have to look at things in a better way, in a better perspective. I have to find what makes me feel good about me. I know I have good about me. I know I have a lot in my heart, and I know that I do care. And all I want is to be the best I can be and to live my life and to be true to who I am. You know, I am transgender. I am Emily. I know I was born Edward and that I had expectations to live as a male and to have a male life, and I did that. And I am grateful that I did that. And I'm happy I'm married and I have a wife. And I'm happy, very happy that I have a son. And I'm grateful for all of that in my past. But I am also struggling with who I am and how I feel emotionally and what it is that is different from most of you. I feel like I was supposed to be female. I've always felt that way. I've always identified as a female. And I always wanted to wear girls' clothes and wear pretty dresses and be feminine. And it wasn't just about clothes, it was about how I felt. And I felt very happy inside when I wore dresses and girls' clothes. And I view being transgender as something that is unique and something that is a blessing at times, a blessing and a curse. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I mean, I am who I am, and I don't feel shame. I don't feel ashamed of that. I'm just another human being who has feelings and emotions and a gender identity that is different from most. I identify as a female. I prefer female pronouns. I prefer to be referred to as a she or a her. My voice I have to work on, but I am all female, all girl, all woman. I've always felt that way, despite the fact that I tried my best to live as a male. And I am not ashamed of that. I am proud of who I am. And I will always be proud of who I am. I just have to realize that, you know, I have certain certain feelings that most others don't have. I do know trans people. I know trans women, trans men, and they all are going through the same thing I'm going through. And it's not easy. And I'm happy that I know others who are transgender, because I know it makes me feel good to know people that I can relate to. And it makes me realize that I'm not alone, because most of my life I felt all alone. And I didn't like that feeling. But when I came to realize that I'm not alone, it just makes me happier, because I know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and all I have to do is just go one day at a time and live and find what is my true identity, which I know and I've always known to be female. And I am proud of that. You know, I'm also proud of being a father and a husband. And I'm just me. And I'll never be anything but me. And I'm just trying to do the best I can. Life is sometimes difficult, but all I know is I'm trying to be the best that I can. I love you guys. Bye.